Hello, good morning children. Welcome to today's session of online class of Sri Gokulam Guruvayur. Children, we know that there are two sides of a coin. In our previous class, we have discussed what is planning, its features and its importance. In today's class, we will discuss the other side of the coin, that is limitations of planning. So now let us listen what is limitations of planning.
Hello children. The topic for discussion today is limitations of planning. There are 6 points of limitations of planning. The first one is planning leads to rigidity. Second one, planning reduces creativity. The third one is planning is a time-consuming process. Fourth point is planning involves huge cost. Fifth point is planning does not guarantee success. And the sixth point is planning may not work in a dynamic environment. Now let us discuss each of this point. The first point, planning leads to rigidity. We know that in an organization, a well-defined plan is drawn up with specific goals to be achieved within a specific period of time. This plan which is drawn then decide the future course of action which have to be taken, and it happens that the manager may not be in the position to change it with the changed circumstances, because this plan is fixed in advance. So it is difficult to change the plan according to the change in circumstances. But children, however, the following a predetermined plan when circumstances have changed may not be a good for any organization's interest. Okay, for their survival, it is better that according to the change in circumstances, the plan has also to be changed. But most of the plan are very rigid. It is not easy for the organization to change it. So that forms a limitation. Okay. The second point is planning reduces creativity. Children, tell me, who does most of the planning in an organization? Shall I give you a hint? We have studied 3 levels of management: top level, middle level and bottom level. Can you give me with this hint the answer? Yes, it is top management. So it is the top management who draws most of the plans in an organization. Usually the rest of the members just implement these plans which is prepared by the top management. As a consequences, middle management and other decision makers are neither allowed to deviate from plans nor are they permitted to act on their own. They only carry out orders. Thus, much of the initiative or creativity which is there in this middle level and bottom level employees get lost or get reduced. Planning reduces creativity since people tend to think along the same line as others. They don't have power to think other than what the top managements are asking them to do. So there is nothing new or innovative. Okay, so the other levels of management, they can't think or they cannot put into a creative or innovative idea of their own as a plan, because they have to follow what is directed by the top management. So hence we can say planning reduces creativity. The next point is planning is a time-consuming process. See, in our previous class we have discussed that planning is actually forecasting. So we have also learned that for forecasting various informations are collected. So checking the accuracy of that information or that fact may involve lot of time. Sometimes we have to spend such a lot of time that there is little time left for the implementation of the plan. So in that case, we can say that planning is a time consuming process. Okay. Next, fourth point is planning involves huge cost. There is a huge cost involved in formulating the plan. For example, costs are incurred on boardroom meetings, discussion with professional experts, and preliminary investigation to find out the viability of the plan, whether the plan will work out or not. If it is a huge plan, huge professional experts are required to give the suggestion on that plan. So board meeting have to arrange. So this all in all these cases there are huge cost involved. Okay, so sometimes it happens that the benefit which we derived from that project or that plan is very less than the amount spent on planning for that project. So it's meaningless. That is, we are spending so much money on that plan or that project for planning that project, and we are getting benefit less than that cost. So it's just meaningless. So we can say that planning involves huge cost. So it's a costly affair, we can say. Fifth point is planning does not guarantee success. See, although the planning is very much important, we can say, as it gives direction for actions which bring success, but it does not guarantee success. There are two reasons behind that, why the plan does not give guarantee. The first reason is the plan may be faulty. This happens when the present plan is based on the past plan which was successful, but the situation for the new plan has changed. See, the manager sometimes may use the same plan which was success in the previous project or previous situation. When the same plan is used in the new situation, the circumstances or the situation may have changed. So it is not always necessary that the plan which was used earlier, which was successful in earlier case, may be also give success in the new project. So plan may be sometimes faulty. The second situation is sometimes the plan may be very good. Even if a plan is very good, it brings desired result only when it is properly implemented. So there may be some situation that the plan is too good, but it is not implemented properly. So because of lack of knowledge or lack of situations suitable implementation process, the good plan may flop. Okay, so these are the two cases where the plan may not work out and it will not give you a guaranteed success. So that forms one limitations of planning, that is, planning may not give you guarantee of success. The next point is, sixth point is, planning may not work in dynamic environment. You know, children, that business environment is too dynamic. It keeps on changing. So the organization has to constantly adapt itself to changes in business environment by making changes in its plan. So the business environment wants to change constantly the plans according to the change in the environment. But in many cases, there may be a surprise changes. For example, changes may be in government policies, technological breakthrough, or disproportionate increase in input cost, and so on. So you can see the petrol rates are rising every day. So that all are surprise changes. So it all affect our cost of production. So such things when such surprises happens, it may affect our plan. Okay, so the next case is point is planning cannot foresee everything, and thus there may be obstacles to effective planning. So surprise changes may sometimes damage or hamper the process of effective planning. So in case of demonetization also, many plans, fixed plans, have to be that is they were not able to satisfy that. Now let us move to the conclusion of this topic, limitations of planning. There are 6 points of limitations of planning. The first one was planning leads to rigidity. Planning reduces creativity. Planning is a time-consuming process. Planning involves huge cost. Planning does not guarantee success. Planning may not work in a dynamic environment. Children, the 6 points can be remembered if you remember this sentence. Tom cat dreams of small crazy rat. T for time. Okay, it's time consuming. C for creativity. So it reduces creativity. D for dynamic. Planning may not work in a dynamic environment. S for success. Planning does not guarantee success. C for cost. It's a costly, huge, it involves huge cost. Then R for rigidity. Planning leads to rigidity. So by if you learn this sentence, Tom cat dreams of small crazy rat, and apply it in limitations of, while studying the limitations of planning points, these points can be remembered. Okay, so we are about to finish today's session. Before that, let me remind you about the test paper attached along with this session. So do attend the test paper, read the question carefully and answer the same. Notes is provided, so you have to write it in your notebook, and don't forget to read your textbook at least 3 times daily. So children, meet you in the next class with a new topic. Till then, goodbye, take care, thank you.